Welcome to today's session. Today, I will be teaching what are operators in Python. I, Chaitra Nayak, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science Engineering, Nitte Meenakshi Institute of Technology, Bangalore campus. Today, we will try to understand what are different operators, different types of operators in Python, how to use these operators to write simple Python programs. To move forward, let's first try to understand what is an operator. An operator is a symbol used to perform operations on variables and values. For example, A is equal to 5, B is equal to 3, print A plus B. Here, as you can see here, A is a variable. The value for this variable is 5. That means in the memory location, there will be a variable declared which is A, and the value inside this variable will be 5. Meanwhile, as you can see the statement here, A plus B. Here, the plus becomes the operation where you will be performing the addition operation, and A, B will be the variables which will be called as operands. You can see here, plus is the operator and A and B are the operands. Moving forward, what are the different types of operators in Python? Python has several types of operators: arithmetic operators, comparison operators, logical operators, assignment operators, membership operators. Let's try to understand what is an arithmetic operator. As you can see in the table, you have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponent, and floor division. There will be confusion in understanding what is the modulus operation. Modulus operation is nothing but you will consider the remainder of the division operation. In the division, you will consider the quotient as your result. But in modulus, you will be considering the remainder as your result. Exponent operation is nothing but squaring or cubing of that particular value. Floor division, here it is same like division, but you should not consider the decimal values. So without considering the decimal value, only the integer value will be considered as the result for this floor division. For example, A is equal to t, 10, B is equal to 3, print, I have given addition operation, multiplication operation and modulus operation. If you execute in your new editor or any of the open source software of Python, you can find out how these operations work and what are the different outputs you get. Moving forward, let's try to understand what is comparison operators. As the name suggests, you will be comparing the two different values or variables or strings in these operators and operations: equal to, not equal to, greater than, lesser than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. These are the different comparison operators. For a simple example, you can try to understand A is equal to 10, B is equal to 5, print A is greater than B. That means the interpreter at the back end, it compares the value of 10 greater than 5. As you can see, this operation gives you a true value, so the output printed here is true. Moving forward, let's understand what is logical operators. Logical operator is and, or, and not. What are these operators doing? When both the conditions, if it is true, then you will be using an and operator. If at least one condition has to be in the true case, then you will be using an or operator. If you have to reverse the value from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1 or true to false and false to true, in such kind of criterias, you will reverse the result where you will be using a not operator. For example, as you can see here, x is equal to 10 and you're comparing that x value 10 has to be greater than 5 and x value has to be less than 20. In both this condition, if both the conditions are true, then only the output will be printed as true. Here, to merge these condition or to check both the condition, you will be using the AND operator. Moving forward, let's try to understand what are membership operators. Membership operators are used to check in the sequence. The operators involved here is in and not in. For example, you can see name as a variable declared and in the name the value given is Python. Now, you're checking in the print that if P is in name or not. So in becomes the membership operator and name is the variable name as you can see here. So it has to check if P is present in Python. Remember case sensitiveness. So if you're giving a small letter P and checking for the capital P, it is going to give you a false result. So make sure in both the names you have following the case sensitivity. The output here is true. Today, we try to understand and learn what operators are, the definition of it, what are the different types of operators present in Python language. With examples, we try to understand arithmetic operators, comparison operators, logical operators, assignment operators, membership operators. Let's have a quick glance of knowledge. Which operator is used for addition in Python? As you can see, addition name is given in the question. You will be finding out the answer, that is plus. Which operators checks the equality? Remember, for the equality, that means the values which is present in B has to be equal to A. 5, if it is equal to 5, then you will be using double equal to as your operator. If you're using a single equal to, that is A equal to B, that means the value which is present in B will get assigned to the values in A. So A is a variable, B is a variable. The value which is present in B will be assigned or will be put inside the variable A. Then you will be using a single equal to, which is called as assignment operator. Moving forward, which logical operator returns true when both the conditions are true? We worked out with an example in the video that when both the conditions are true, we use the AND operator. See you in my next video with another in-depth knowledge and different other concepts of Python. Thank you.